This is my Tamiya TXT-2 Monstertruck, and now I'll make some modifications on it. At first I will show you what I want to do and which parts I have for these modifications. These are Tamiya TXT-2 aluminum oil dampers with reserve tank. Look at that, these awesome aluminium parts. And as you can see here, this reserve tank, it's not only an optical gimmick, it's a real working system. The oil flows between the reserve tank and the main cylinder. The result is a durable, smooth function of these dampers. And this is Tamiya's silicone damper oil, a soft set to fill the dampers. And these are the motors and speed controllers. It's a Tamiya Brushless motor 01, sensored setup with 10.5 turns. Because the TXT-2 chassis is powered by 2 motors, I will use also 2 motors and 2 speed controllers. The controllers are Tamiya TBLE01S, and for each motor I will use 1 controller. As last thing, I want to change the wheels and tires. These wheels and tires are from the TXT-1 chassis. The tires are the same on the Clothbuster, and you can see here the big difference to the kit TXT-2 chassis tires. Okay, let's start. As first thing, I want to prepare my motor setup. To use 2 controllers on 1 receiver, I programmed on my radio a mix function. I use the channel 2 as master and the channel 4 as slave. Now I can connect the first speed controller to the channel 2 and the second one to the channel 4. On the second controller I cutted the red cable to not overload the receiver with too much voltage. It needs only the white cable to transfer the signal. I use 2 cell LiPo batteries, and both batteries are connected to the controllers. I am ready now to check the system. I turn on the first controller, and the green LED indicates everything is okay. Now the second controller. Green light indicates everything is okay. Now I can check the motors. I'm ready now to install the system to the chassis. At first I have to disassemble some parts to change the motors. Now the brushless motors are installed on the motor plate. I use Tamiya ceramic grease for the gears. I can install the new motors and the gearbox into the chassis. The electronic speed controllers are installed also. Now I can put together the rest of the chassis, like the axles and drive shafts. The next thing I'll do is to build the dampers. This is the main cylinder, and I install the piston. This is the reserve tank. And this is the inner piston of the reserve tank, and I apply a little bit oil for a smooth installation. I'll fill this reserve tank with oil. I use this silicone damper oil from Tamiya. Viscosity is 200, it's the softest oil from Tamiya. Now I'll fill the main cylinder with oil. First I apply only a little bit of oil, then I move the piston up and down to remove the air bubbles inside. And as second step, I fill it completely. And check again if there are no bubbles inside the oil. This is the connection between the reserve tank and the main cylinder. and to fill it with oil, it is here a little hole. To remove the air bubbles inside, I use this small screwdriver. As you can see, all the dampers are finished and ready to install on the chassis. Now I am ready to prepare the wheels and tires. I use this 2-cell LiPo battery with 4500 mAh, and I install both batteries with this Velcro band. Now the truck is ready to run, but before I will show you a comparison between the stock setup and my modifications. Soon I will upload a running video, so please stay tuned on my channel to see how the double brushless setup works. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.